first semester of community college, I had to take the bus, but they didn't have like buses for the school, so it would drop me off at the McDonald's like a mile away.
You had to walk.
And then I'd have to walk to community college.
Oh my God. How long? A mile away.
Yeah.
Damn.
And some days it would be like cold or raining, and I was like, I'm getting like the worst education.
Nosy Meerkats.
Actually, like walking through like sleet and the elements.
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Literally.
Did you ever have like a different commute, or was it that for your entire time at community college?
Once I learned how to drive,
Okay.
I would like share cars with like my parents and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
I would drive. Then I would drive. But then I got into an accident, and then I didn't have a car for a month, so I had to do that again. I had to take the bus again, and that sucked.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
the
so
bus
sorry.
too. The bus is like, it's not like in the city, like normal people take the bus. But in Long Island, you'll go on the bus, and there's like a guy like hoarding cans, and then he like, if you look at him, he like gets mad.
Yeah.
It's not, you know what I mean? It's not like a common means for transportation.
Yeah, but I guess most people don't. Most people drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people in Long Island drive. So like, I mean, some people just don't have a car. They like can't drive or whatever. There's normal people on the bus, but then almost every time I took the bus, there was a guy with like cans or like some weird copper type good, and he would get really mad if you looked at him.
Some metal.
Yes.
They always have metal.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it so that they can take all the cans to 7-Eleven and get like $5?
Yeah.
For
it's-
like 100 cans.
Yeah, it's 5 cents per can. So they spend like weeks getting cans together, and they get like $4.
Yeah.
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 But you know, it's.
It'd be funny if they
Gotta
spent
make a
that on a
living.
soda.
That would be funny.
Hey, can I buy another can with these cans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the circle of life.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. The
Yeah.
Lion King was about that,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah, cans.
Yeah.
The lion can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lion can.
I've
yes.
heard that before.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Two Nosy
Welcome to Two
Meerkats,
Nosy
where
Meerkats.
we're changing the world one can at a time.
We're already starting about the economy, and there's no one better to talk about the economy with than our guest.
Economist,
Economist.
comedian,
Ivy League economist.
Yes.
Ivy League economist, researcher, white
Humanitarian.
collar man,
Guy
Yeah.
who cares.
guy
Who cares.
Yeah.
His name's Mike McPartland.
Mike McPartland.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you for having me, guys. I
Yeah,
appreciate
of
it.
course.
You are someone we've wanted on for ages.
Definitely wanted you on for a while.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. You have a lovely apartment.
Thank you very much.
A lot of sunlight.
It
Yeah.
is the sunlight is good.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, like a lot of comics, that like they're like, my apartment has no sunlight,
Yeah,
and I'm like, how do you live like that?
Especially can I tell, I once visited a friend in Philly, and for one night I stayed in an Airbnb room that had 0 windows, and it was haunting.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, even if it's just of like the wall on the adjacent building, I need a little something.
Yeah,
I need a little something.
That's so sad that that's what we aspire to in New York.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like some sun on the other building would be great. Like,
Yeah.
anything that just reminds me of outside.
yeah. I mean, the windows in prison has windows,
yeah.
You're right.
and then people they like move here from Seattle to do stand up, and they live in a apartment with no windows at all.
Yeah, I know. My old apartment also had like very minimal windowage in my room in particular.
Yeah.
That like affects you after a while, right?
It's horrible.
It gets
Oh my
like kind
God,
of
yeah, it's-
depressing. and
Have you
sad.
ever lived in a place that didn't have any windows?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have taste. That's good. That's
Yeah, it sounds
important.
bad.
Yeah, when you were
Yeah.
in jail, it wasn't like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. You have a lot
Well,
of
dude, if you look at
experience.
people in jail have like a little window
Yeah.
with sunlight.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of sunlight, but it is.
It gets the job done.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're putting you in prison. We're not
Pleasant.
animals though.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and they got a yard to play games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scrabble.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
recess.
right.
You think they have board games in prison?
They have to.
They have to?
Yeah. They gotta
by
have, like,
whose standards?
I think like they gotta have like chess or checkers or something like that.
They have
Yeah,
to.
yeah, definitely chess.
It would
Yeah.
be abusive if they didn't.
I don't think they have like Yahtzee
No.
or Shoots and Ladders.
No, they
Yeah,
got
definitely not Hungry Hippos.
My God, imagine they have the life-size Hungry Hippos like they have at Dave & Buster's, but they have that in jail.
in jail and
Yeah.
like lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jenga.
Yeah.
I think it might be the worst thing to give prisoners who a lot of them are already out of their minds if you, you know, due I'm sure to many circumstances that I could never understand. But it's like if you gave prisoners like Yahtzee to play, I mean, I get someone's getting murdered.
Over Yahtzee?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but you can get murdered over anything.
Have you ever watched someone you thought was a normal person play a board game and you realize they're a psychopath?
I always am ready for that because I know that I can become a psychopath over a board game. So I'm just anticipating
So
it.
you're that person is what
That's
you're
like,
Yeah.
you know, when you're playing Monopoly with someone and they turn into like a tycoon.
Yes. My uncle is like that.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, you work for like DHL. Why are you?
My uncle
becoming
works for a paper company.
Yeah. Then he gets a couple of properties and he starts like trying to like steal your land and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would like destroy his children as well. Like we would be playing with two of my cousins and he would be like, I'm very sorry about this, but like
Yeah.
this is what I'm going to do.
That's awesome.
He would let you know, and he would let you know that he cares about you as he's like destroying you financially.
I don't remember what's the name of the property that's the one everyone wants? Ocean View or something?
Yeah.
Ocean Boardwalk?
Park Place is good.
Park
Oh yeah,
Place is
Park
good.
Place.
Park Place.
Yeah.
It's the dark, sort of like navy blue ones that I know that are like the best.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
You can accrue the most.
Yeah.
I haven't played in a while. I remember Park Place and I remember Jail. And those are like the only two.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
they had windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Lots of
Exactly.
windows.
I mean, it feels a lot like real life in the sense that you can be a huge real estate developer, serve a little bit of time in jail, and then just come right back.
Yeah, you do
and
like
keep
one
doing what you're
turn.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, all
And then you
right,
go
I
back
was
to
in
being
jail for a
rich.
night, and now I'm back to stealing land.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
What were your pleasures as a child? Did you like board games? Did you like video games? What were you into?
I liked video games. I liked like sports video games. I played GTA a lot.
Oh yeah.
I still play sports video games. I play like the older ones though.
Do you play MVP Baseball 2005 by chance?
No, I think I had that though when I was a kid.
Moving up. Oh, you did have it.
When I was a kid, I
Boo.
play. You know what I play a lot? I get made fun of for this. I play MLB The Show 14.
Oh, interesting. I never had MLB The Show, but
I don't know this.
think the controls are very
So
similar.
it's like you know how like the sports games, they make a new game every year.
Yeah.
So they're on like 26 or 25.
It's like Kids Bop.
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, I
exactly.
play the one from 2014.
Okay.
And I have like a made up guy that like broke the home run record.
What's his name?
I forget his name, but
Can't have been very good.
I mean he's pretty good. It just slipped in my mind.
So
Yeah.
and you made it. What is his profile? What is
I don't know. I just like
right-hander?
I traded for him, and then I was like, I like simmed a year, and he like hit 50 home runs, and I was like, I'll play with this guy, and he was really good.
Wow.
So, but then people think it's weird because there's like 11 newer MLB games that I could play, but they're like $80 now for an MLB game, and I
Yeah.
don't really like baseball that much.
Jesus Christ.
It's better to stay
Yeah.
in 2014. We had Obama.
I was a kid too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Obama. We had your childhood. What
Wait, how
else?
old are you?
I'm 28.
You're 28. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We're like all around the same
You've
age,
aged
right?
magnificently. I have to say.
I think I look exactly my age.
Yeah.
Like when I tell people that I'm 28, they're like, "Yeah, you are."
Sure.
Yeah.
No one's like, "What's your skincare routine?" You're 28.
A lot of people think 28 is pretty young.
I think 28's young.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
Yeah, I think you can be young until you decide you're not.
I agree. I definitely agree because, like, you know, someone like Jim Parsons, he's in his 50s, but he's looked like he's in his like mid 30s for 20 years or something.
He looks great.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, in New York City, you can kind of be young forever. Like, this is a real Peter Pan ass place.
Yeah, you can refuse to grow up.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't
and
think you
many
should do that, but I think if you like take care of yourself and stuff, you could feel young for a really long time.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like the guy who injects his son's blood.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
That guy's so funny.
What do you admire about him?
Just how like committed he is to like what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he'll like everyone's making fun of him, and he's like he doesn't care. He's still draining his son's blood.
That's
Stay
true.
young.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His son probably has a tough time, but it's
Oh yeah.
No, his son loves him. There was one time where like the guy tweeted about how he's like tracking him and his son's like erections.
Yeah, I saw that.
And someone asked the son like, "How do you feel about this?" And his son was like, "Awesome! Like I feel so good about it."
He's so brainwashed.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine having a relationship with your erection that at any point involves your dad.
Is he? So does the son like sleep with like electrodes on him?
yeah, I think they both do to
I think
track their erections. throughout
Probably
the
has
night.
like an electrode like sleeve that like is put around his dick to like track its like.
Oh man. But if you're so worried about not dying, then you never really live.
Yes.
So true.
This is very wise.
spitting
You know what I
fire,
mean? Like he's still
absolutely.
gonna die when he's like 85 or 80,
Yeah.
and he spent
Oh,
his
yeah.
whole life trying to not die.
Well, he could die even younger. That's
Yeah,
what
he
a
could
lot
get
of
hit by
people
a
say
bus.
that like he could just get hit by a bus tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Or he could have
Exactly.
like an aneurysm or something like that.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also because he's so rich, he could live like a really unhealthy life and still be alive for longer
Yeah.
because of modern medicine and stuff. He could just take more
Yeah.
medications and live.
Also,
to...
I saw like a snippet of an interview with him. He's like mostly deaf.
Really?
I swear to God, he is like, no, he's like, I have really bad hearing. Like it's like 90% in one ear, 50% in the other. It's like he has really bad
So his
hearing.
son's saying, "Stop draining my blood." He's like, "What?
Yeah.
What?
That's
I can't
Honestly,
hear you."
maybe.
That sucks. Why would you want to live even longer though if you can't hear anything?
Exactly. Do you know what that reminds me of? My grandfather, my dad's dad, he had cancer and he was put on this treatment that was actually really working for him. It was like going away. He was getting more active and feeling good. And then my dad just called him one day. He was like, "Dad, how are you feeling?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm stopping the treatment because I'm losing my sight and I don't want to live if I can't see."
Oh,
That's brutal.
And so he stopped it and then he died.
I think I've spoken
Damn.
about this on the podcast before, and this is not a great look for me. But when I was
You
14,
think you have a good look?
I don't. I'm cancelable at every angle. But when I was like 14 at summer camp, I played a blind girl in a show, and I used to like. I was like researching blindness because I was going method, you know, and I was like walking around camp
You're so dedicated.
like blindfolded, trying to like be blind. And then I read that people who were blind could like hear better and smell better because their senses were elevated. So I used to be like, wow, I wish I were blind so that I could really like experience the world. Because I felt like part of me wasn't experiencing things because I was spoiled by my sight.
So you went to theater camp?
Yeah, correct. It was more of a general arts camp, but yeah.
Okay, what was it? What was the play about?
I don't remember.
Please say it had nothing to do with blindness.
Yeah,
It has to do with blindness.
it's like dodgeball.
It's the Music Man.
Yeah, it was Glengarry Glen Ross. No, it was
With Blind Girl.
with a random blind girl who's none of the characters. I can't remember. I remember my character ate Fruit Loops every day, so I also did that. I ate Fruit Loops every day for every meal.
Wow, sounds like a really fun camp experience.
It sounds like a play like one of the kids wrote.
I have no idea who wrote it. It was called Hush, but I don't know. I've never heard of that play being
Okay.
produced anywhere since.
It's called Okay.
Oh, and there was a TV anchor who came out of the TV and had like a romance with the blind girl's dad. Really confusing show. No
This
idea.
sounds like a Mad Libs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wrote this?
Should I Jamie pull
yeah,
that up?
actually, Jamie, pull that up. Yeah, please.
Okay. Hush play
Did you ever do theater?
blind girl.
No.
I love the way you said
No.
No, I never did.
Oh, it's called Hush, an Interview with America.
Did you do theater, Lucas?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, I did. No, I was a theater major in college. Did it throughout high
yeah.
school. It was everything.
That's
What was
sick.
your major at community college?
So there's when you go to community college, there's a major called liberal arts, which is kind of just like you get a degree. It's like you just take a bunch of classes. It's kind of like a general degree.
Yeah.
You get a liberal arts degree because you either you don't know what you want to do, or you're trying to erase the bad grades you got in high school so you can
Okay.
go to a better school.
Oh, okay.
Did you do that, or did you just go
Well, I
through
started doing stand-up right before I got done with community college.
Okay.
And I wanted to do stand up, and I didn't really like going to school that much.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm good with just the degree.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get the 2-year degree too.
Oh,
I
so it was longer than 2 years?
Yeah.
How much
It was
longer?
like 4.
It's fine.
I like
Needs
really
it.
took my time. 'Cause I didn't
So
know
you
what I wanted
basically
to-
created the college experience
Yeah, you
out of
did.
community college.
Yes, because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to be stuck doing something that I hated.
Sure.
So I was like, I'm gonna take my time and figure out what I like, and then go do that. And then I started doing stand up like a semester before I graduated, and I was like, oh, I just want to do this.
Yeah.
So then I put all my focus towards stand up.
Yeah.
I took like light semesters too. I would do like 3 classes one semester. Like I would do 4 classes, but then if one was like kind of hard, I would drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
No, my first ever quarter at college, I qualified for this like advanced math course, and then 2 weeks in, I was like, I need to drop this. It quickly sped past anything I could comprehend.
Yeah, and also you want to like, you're like, I want to have fun too. And,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and, like,
I was
hang with my
like,
friends and
I'm
stuff.
not here to do math. I just took the class because I qualified. I was like, sure, I'll take it. And then I was
Yeah.
like, and it was the first time I took a math class that I couldn't do, which was honestly like kind of like a little bit of a jab to my ego, because I always thought that I was good at math, and then I was like, oh Christ.
Well, I think they
Yeah.
start teaching math really differently at some point where, like, I found it very alarming that for so long math was taught like it was kind of equations. It's like this equals this, this plus this equals this. But the truth is math is almost closer to art, where, like, a lot of math, like, 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4 in a couple of different dimensions. And once you get to
Yeah.
things like dimensions, math becomes completely different. So in a way, math is bullshit up until calculus.
I don't know if it's like art, but I do think it's like scat singing.
I don't know that that's true.
No, because it's just
But
like,
live your...
well, because like it's a lot of like different random things in other dimensions and other sort of like shit. It's like, it's a lot of randomness.
I don't think it's like scat singing, maybe a little bit.
You need to live more.
Do
in the
you get a
arts.
lot of pushback on the math is like art opinion?
I think you would.
No.
Were you good at math?
I was up until it became
that's-
art.
Okay, that makes sense.
Up until it became...
She's good at math. She's like, this is like art. What I'm doing.
By the way, I found the synopsis of Hush.
Oh, good.
Yeah, let me-
But it's
Please.
called Hush, an interview with America.
Okay.
Okay, what's it like? I can say like this, right? It's
Here's
fine.
the
Yeah,
synopsis.
wait, hold on. Let me just rotate this a little.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Cool.
A lion roams the country. An anchor woman bursts through a TV screen for a bite of apple pie. The FBI lurks in the microwave. A lamb wanders the Illinois countryside searching for her mom. A father is dizzy from trying to keep up with his little girl who's quickly growing up. By the way, I don't remember any of this being in the script. And under an apple tree in her backyard in the small town of Hush, Kansas, a 12-year-old quote-unquote woman named Maggie Parks is at the whirling center of it all.
That's a child.
A 12-year-old woman
That's a
is
child.
crazy. Why does Jana Roberts think there's a story here, a big story? And why does Maggie Parks become the talk of the nation? This play is about the wild ride of growing up, about the struggles of fathers and daughters, and about inner vision and personal voice. So that's the synopsis.
This sounds like it was written by a theater teacher for children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It does.
This sounds like it was written by a theater teacher I had, who ran for city council, tried to get me to help him advertise his campaign, and I refused.
Oh, that's
Maybe
awesome.
you two are the ones who are really blind.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn, that's
Sorry
deep.
to say.
I've only seen 2 plays.
Oh, yeah? What
What were
they?
the plays?
Book of Mormon
Yeah.
and the play that goes wrong.
Yep.
Oh, I've
Those
never
are
seen
great.
that one.
That
I've
was-
never seen Play That Goes Wrong.
That
but
one
I-
was really good.
Book of Mormon I love. That was my 18th birthday present, was seeing that.
Oh fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
It was the best.
Yeah, I liked the play that goes wrong. It's funny because everyone's just dropping stuff and like falling,
Yeah.
and there's like the story's like pretty good too.
Yeah. Do you like Book of Mormon?
It was fine.
Not really your cup of tea?
I thought it was like, I liked it. I guess I don't see a lot of plays, and they're very different from like movies or shows.
Oh yeah, it's a very different, it's an entirely different art form.
Yeah,
It really is.
It was cool though. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a manuscript I wanted to run by both of you.
Oh.
Okay.
So, one of my best friends, Leo Frampton, former
this
guest of the pod,
I heard like a little bit of this, but I was like, stop. I want to hear the full thing on the pod. Yeah, go on.
he messaged me saying that one of his friends knew a girl who basically had like a stalker, like a guy who was kind of obsessed with her. And that guy wrote and self-published a book on Amazon. The book is called How I Know I Love Kayla. And I have some of it here.
Please.
For you guys to live react to. Okay, so this is the cover page of the book.
Okay.
How I Know I Love Kayla. The author's name is Donnie Monaco.
Okay, a good stalker name. That's like a top tier stalker name.
Yeah, it is. So the book overview reads, "This isn't a love story. It's everything that happens when you try to make sense of one. How I Know I Love Kayla is a raw, unfiltered journey through missed chances, bad timing, heartbreak healing, and the kind of love that doesn't go away quietly. Told with brutal honesty and zero sugarcoating, this book captures what it's like to fall for someone slowly, all at once, while trying to hold yourself together in the process."
Men do not have a crisis.
That's so funny.
Male
There's no way
loneliness.
that there's a male loneliness crisis.
That's so funny. He's like writing that like outside her apartment. He's like dressed like the janitor.
So basically,
Does he admit that he stalks her like in the book?
no. So the stalking is sort of like he just like cannot
Nah,
get
he's
over
like,
this
she
girl.
plays real like hot and cold with me. It's
yeah,
kinda
maybe
cute.
she's just being dramatic.
Yeah, it's so true. What clearly happened, so I read the manuscript multiple times, is that
Yeah.
they went on one date and he texted with her briefly. And that's it. But to him it's like this changed his life.
Ugh,
All right.
good.
Okay. So I think what we should do is we should sort of roulette
Okay.
and move through a couple of different pages.
That's a great
down.
idea.
That's a
I'm going to
good
move
idea.
your mic down just a little.
Yeah, my bad.
You guys can
No, you have nothing to apologize for.
live react. The whole thing is also, it's written very much in like millennial soy speak. You know, the kind of like, so
You know this.
Yeah.
So that happened
Oh, that's awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
That's so funny. She hits him.
with a little hint of like
She hits him with a
Island.
restraining order, and he's like, and boom goes the dynamite.
Okay, wait, give me a bit.
That's
Okay, where do
awesome.
I start?
Just try and roulette through, and I'll explain some of the context.
Do I have to scroll up or?
Anywhere you want.
Okay.
It's all genius.
Okay. We clicked in a way I didn't expect. During beer pong, I caught her eyes to my side and couldn't look away. Then midnight came. Everyone was hugging and cheering. I looked around, and when my eyes landed on her, she was just standing there in the middle of the kitchen.
No, read it.
Beautiful, but clearly broken. Okay. Okay. Something in me wanted to walk up and kiss her right then and there, but I couldn't. She looked too vulnerable.
Damn.
Too hurt. And the last thing I wanted was to take advantage of that.
Wow.
That's
Has this
crazy.
ever happened to you?
No. That's crazy that like she's getting stalked and then she gets like lit up in the book about her. He's like, so I was hanging out with this broken loser. That sucks.
Okay, wait.
I was gonna kiss her, but her self-esteem is too low.
I have the next line queued up right there.
Okay. Oh wait. I locked
Oh,
your
shit.
phone. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's.
I figure basically
Is this like a best-selling book or is it like?
this was self-published on Amazon Kindle.
Did we lose it?
No, I got it right here. I think you can scroll to any part and it will be fascinating. Because I'm so curious on your guys' perspectives on this as a man. Where I was talking to my friend about it, and he was basically like, all men have a little bit of schizophrenia in this way, where it's like, if it seems like a girl is not interested in you, it's not that she just isn't interested. It's that you have to find signals and cues to show that these bad signs are actually good signs, and that there is a way you can redeem this. There is a way she could want you in the end, but there's just like a way to hack the system. You know, there's like a code to get to her.
Okay. I have a really good section.
All right, let me see
right
this.
here.
All right, where do I start? Chapter 7.
Yeah.
Chapter 7's titled "Get It Together." This is so crazy. The next time I saw her was at Chris and Megan's pre-wedding get-together. I tried to play it cool, acted like I didn't notice her at first, gave a casual "what's up" and a hug. But who was I kidding? I was too fucking nervous. Again, I told myself, just be yourself. We talked here and there throughout the night. I kept trying to make conversation, anything really, just to hear her voice. But half the time I was lost for words. Later, I saw her sitting on the floor, clearly way too drunk. I love how he, like, shits on her, like, throughout the... He's like, this my fucking idiot girl I'm in love with. And she got too drunk. What else is new, you idiot? I got up, walked over, and asked if she needed anything. She looked up at me and said, I'd love a cup of water. I don't think I've ever moved faster. Got her the coldest glass I could find and brought it back. I made sure she was okay and then just let her be. At the end of the night, I gave Kayla a hug goodbye. It felt too natural, too easy. I looked back at her afterwards, not even believing what I was feeling. And that's when it hit me. I didn't even want to try anymore. She had already flaked on me a couple of times. She'd gone quiet, but still, I had to try again. So I texted her. I really put in the effort, tried to make plans, any excuse to see her, and she agreed. Even called it a date. Okay. Stalking might have been a little bit of a overreact.
I love that he's portraying himself as the best thing in her life.
She's so broken and drunk.
She bailed. Damn, she bailed. But then she bailed again. So what did I do? Yeah, I double texted. Again. This is someone's son writing this. That's insane. And then just like before, she seemed interested for a second and then disappeared. That's crazy. That's like...
I love this guy.
This is like... Someone has to be like... Some guy out there has to be like, my son wrote a book. And it's like this. And he has to pretend that he's not disappointed.
You think the dad is in his life?
He doesn't... I would hope
questions.
not. I would hope not. Just for the dad's sake.
Yeah.
This feels like fatherless behavior writing this.
It has to be. Well,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so too. Imagine you have a kid and you're like, this kid's gonna be on the football team, and then he's like writing stories about like a girl he stalked, and then like self-publishing it on Amazon. You know what sucks? This guy definitely doesn't have like a good job either.
I'm sure.
Where do you think he works?
Definitely something like a ballpark minimum wage.
Yeah.
Maybe like a Panera.
Yeah.
Or like a Chipotle.
Maybe UPS.
I wouldn't
And
say a
he's coasting
front-facing job. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, like a shelf stocking or like
Yeah.
UPS.
Because I
is
don't
good.
think a business would depend on his winning vibes.
Yeah, this is like a mailman.
Mailman, I could totally see.
Mailman,
yeah.
I could see.
A
Yeah.
story
He's
of
falling in love with all the women he
Love,
delivers mail
betrayal,
to.
and mail.
Yeah.
Is this so? Does the girl knows, right? That-
She knows that this book was written about her. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How does she like it?
She feels so seen.
Yeah.
She's like,
Oh.
yeah, I am broken. I think
He's right. I do drink too much. That's so funny, stalking someone, but then also like
Roasting
negging them.
her?
Yeah.
it's just I had to share this with you guys because it's like all I've thought about for the past 3 days.
Yeah. So it's your friend's friend was
my
getting
friend's
stalked.
friend knows Kayla.
Friends.
Oh, this is okay. So there's a few degrees between.
There's
Few
a few
degrees,
degrees
yeah.
between me and the people.
Okay.
Best friend, one of his best friends, knows
Kayla.
Okay.
And then the guy who is like obsessed with Kayla wrote this book. So
Okay.
I don't know this man at all. But
Wait, his name is Danny Monaco.
Donnie Monaco.
Donnie Monaco.
is that like his real name?
That is his real name, Donnie Monaco.
Hold on, can I go on Safari?
Yeah, of
Yeah, look him
course.
up. Is there like an about the author tab?
He probably didn't get there in his marketing. You should write a book, Mike.
Okay, there's another guy called Donnie Monaco,
That's tough. Dude.
and he's an old man, and the title that he has published is "The Politics of Terrorism."
Yin and yang.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Inside you, there are
Yeah.
two wolves.
I do think it's funny. There are because like now with like phones and like social media and stuff, anyone can publish anything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we talk about how that's a good thing, but I think it's more of a bad thing.
Yeah, I agree
Because
with you.
like people like that shouldn't be allowed to own a cell phone or like,
Yeah.
writing love books.
They're writing poems. That's
You
Yeah.
can really do anything. The bar is so low for doing anything.
Yeah. And also you could post your poetry online now. That's probably not good.
No, definitely
No.
not good.
Well, I mean, I think you should be able to put your stuff online. I don't know if you should be able to publish it in the same way.
I think everyone should be allowed to make stuff,
Yeah.
but should the world see it is
That's
another.
yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking there should be like a committee of people that have to approve you before you start posting things.
Ooh.
I've thought about this. Tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
I think there should be, I don't know if it's like an age minimum or maybe like some sort of aptitude test, like a driver's test, in order to have social media.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
But here's the question: is who's on the committee?
Just like I think maybe like
Stephen Miller.
like 7 people, like 7 people. So it has to be an odd number, and 7 kind of just unbiased. Like
Oh, like a jury.
yeah, exactly. Like random people. If you show any bias, maybe you're off the committee.
Yeah.
But like just 7 random unbiased people, and you go, hey, I want to start a podcast, and then you start.
This is not a bad idea. Imagine, but then it just becomes another thing you could get jury duty for.
I would do jury duty to that just for like the good of my country.
Yeah.
You're such a patriot.
It feels like it's like 12 Angry Men, but for content.
Because there's
but
just so
for
much
podcasts.
You go on
Yes.
TikTok and Instagram, and it's just so much like slop. And it's like if there was a way to clean this up, I would sacrifice an afternoon to oversee this.
I actually like this. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
Have you had jury duty?
Nah, never.
Wow.
I got called in, but I didn't then have to do jury duty.
Yeah, that was the same with me. I got called in for one day of jury duty and they canceled the case. Probably because I was there.
It's really
Yeah.
easy to get out of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was actually weirdly excited. I was like, "Oh my god, I make hear a case that I've heard about on TV." You know,
Yeah.
and then I was just like let go, and I was told that was actually best because like you would just be kept for indefinitely for $40 a day, and you can't do anything else.
They pay for your lunch too, though.
Yeah, but come on, $40 a day? That's nothing.
Yeah, but a couple buffalo slices sweetens the deal.
They say you got to use every part of the buffalo.
Yeah, that's very true. I would do jury duty, but also because like the idea of jury duty, you think it's gonna be like the OJ trial, but really it's just like a divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I
they
know.
no, they don't do juries for divorce court. Do
No,
they?
that's civil court. That's
civil
like,
court, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That would be crazy. Like who gets the kids is up to the jury.
I kind of prefer Rhonda's vibe, but
Yeah.
Steve is the one with no DUIs.
Yeah,
So,
they're like Patrick really loves his kids, but he did hit his wife.
Hmm.
So we're gonna have to give Patricia the kids.
yeah.
And Patrick and Patricia.
That's the name.
Patrick v. Patricia.
Kramer versus Kramer. Part
Oh,
two.
wow.
Patrick v. Patricia is so good.
That's oh my god.
Now, here's a question. What do you
Oh.
think of the new Pope?
Oh yes.
I haven't really done my research. But
What comprises your research? What do you look into?
not much. I wish him the best.
That's good. That's
You
a great
know.
way to start.
I heard he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
That's first pope from Chicago, right?
Yes, first pope from
I
Chicago.
thought they were always Italian guys.
It's often Italian guys.
Yeah.
Francis was like he was from Argentina, but both of his parents were Italian.
Okay.
Lucas told me the Pope has had sex. This new
Yes,
Pope.
this pope has had. Yeah,
I don't understand why. I understand that it's because popes are celibate, but it's crazy to me that for your job you have to disclose whether you've had sex. Like imagine like being interviewed at McDonald's and they're like, "So, have you?"
yeah. He was like, yeah, we were getting real sloppy. She was doing tricks on it, like.
The Pope's like, "Yeah, mostly hand stuff, but she could get her feet involved
Yeah.
if she wanted."
That's so funny.
Yeah. We started inventing new fluids. It was
Now
it was a cool day. It was
now
a really
you've
cool
lost
day.
Yeah,
me.
the Pope's like, I haven't had sex, but I have written books. about the one that got away.
I've written love poems.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm self-published.
Pope Donnie Monaco.
Oh, Pope Donnie.
He should be the next pope.
Yeah. What does that guy look like? Is he like? Do you know like the age range of that guy?
He's probably like our age.
Yeah,
That
probably.
sucks.
Because a lot of the book...
Well, it actually makes sense that he would be younger because he's self-published on Amazon.
Yeah, but 10 years from now, he's gonna be like, "What did I do?"
No, he's not.
No, he's definitely
You don't think
not.
so?
No, no. This is a guy who's like, he's only gonna get worse.
Okay, that's
At
fair.
best, he's gonna stay where he is
Yeah,
in terms of judgment and trajectory.
I try to give people the benefit of the doubt with like self-awareness, where like they'll get more of it when they get older, but it's usually people don't. That is true.
Yeah.
I think if I wrote a book about someone, I think like pretty shortly after, I'd be like, that was a mistake.
Well, it's also you're going to be able to see the reviews and you're going to be able to see reality react to your book online.
Yeah, it's gotta suck being like that guy's like cousin, because you see him at a wedding and you're like, oh god.
Yeah, this is gonna be a shitty.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
plus one, Donnie.
He's gonna be like, I wrote a book. It's raw. It's real. It's
Yeah,
no
that's
sugarcoating."
that's so. Oh god, he probably, because he's an author, so it's probably all he talks about is how he writes books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably
He's going on Hinge to get new inspiration.
yeah.
I think it's interesting that like he describes this book as like raw, real, and authentic. When the entire narrative is completely devoid of anyone else's voice.
That's so crazy.
You know what I mean? There's a part of it.
I wasn't ready for him roasting her though.
That's the best part.
That's so funny.
That's the best part.
Drunk moron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like
He's like, I'm a savior. That's so good.
I have to find this one paragraph that really shows me like who this man is. It's from when they finally go on the date.
Oh, please find it.
And they do kiss, and it ends like very, very shortly after the kiss.
Oh, I wonder why.
oh
Okay, so when I open my mouth, it comes out all wrong. I hate that I like you. What the fuck am I thinking? But somehow she saved it. She kept talking, gave me room to catch up. I tried to listen, but I couldn't stop thinking, I want to kiss her. I've wanted to for so long. That is my favorite part, bar none, because the phrase, I tried to listen. No, you didn't. She was probably talking to you about how she's trying to be cautious with men, how men like you are a part of her past.
She was
And
probably
he's
telling
just-
a story. And he was like, this sucks.
She's like, wow, the Knicks lost.
Yeah. So my brother is crazy.
Oh my god.
I think Rose might be my favorite member
Yeah.
of Blackpink, but I'm not sure.
So I work in an
She's-
office. These are the names and stories of every person I work with.
Oh, I can't listen. I'm trying to listen,
Yeah,
but I
I'm
can't.
Wait, Mike, I want to ask, what is the worst date you've ever been on?
I've been on a few like pretty bad ones. I think there was one. Probably I went to see Book of Mormon like with someone,
Oh.
and I had like a panic attack like during the play,
Oh,
Oh,
no.
shit.
and it was like really bad. And then she was like really cool about it, but then after I was like, yeah, I'm getting like a friend vibe from this.
Oh.
So it was bad because it was your fault.
It was totally my fault.
So it's like, don't meet my needs.
And
No.
it was just bad. It was a tough day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What about Book of Mormon led to that?
I don't know. There was some song that played, and it like freaked me out.
Wait, earlier I asked you how was Book of Mormon, and you were like, it was okay. And I'm realizing this is why.
Oh yeah, 'cause I had like a meltdown during the play. This is years ago. I'm a totally different person now. But
Wait, how old are you?
25, 26.
That's not that long ago.
That's a lifetime ago.
You're 28.
When
Yes.
people did blackface in like 2013, and they're like, it was a different time. Okay?
Yeah.
Everything was different back then.
Yeah, no, she was really nice. That was totally my fault.
Is there another date where it was someone else's fault?
I mean, yeah, probably, yeah.
You're right. You don't want to shift the blame onto
Yeah,
somebody.
Yeah,
No.
this one was my fault, but like, I mean, you win some, you lose some.
Totally. Yeah.
I think, what was like a less bad date I went on? I feel like a lot of dates I go on are like neutral, and then we both kind of go our separate ways. You
Yeah,
know?
well, yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happens. Yeah.
I think, one date I went on, I was like, I usually just get like coffee or drinks, and
Sure.
then with this girl, I went to like a restaurant and we got like a meal,
Mm.
and it was like going really like badly, and then she was like, oh, I work like I help find homeless people housing, and I was like, oh, that's really nice of you, and she was like, I hate them. And then she was like, I was a Jehovah's Witness until like recently, and I just left, and I was like, what can't you do? And then she was like, what is that about? And then she said that she's never seen Harry Potter because like you're not allowed to watch
Oh yeah.
because you're a Jehovah's Witness.
That's right,
And I
yeah.
was like, you've never seen Harry Potter? And then the whole time I'm like, where are my fajitas?
Fajitas is also a crazy solo date food.
Yeah.
Because like fajitas are meant to be shared, and you're like, my fajitas.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have ribs, so that one was really bad. And then I would like, we were, you know, when you run out of things to talk about with someone, so that would
Sure.
happen, and then I would be like, so like, why'd you leave the Jehovah's? Are they gonna come after you or whatever? Like, because she said she escaped,
Oh,
and I was like, this sounds pretty. I'm gonna go.
that's different from Jehovah's Witnesses that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, and then my friends were at Dave and Buster's, so I was like, I'm just gonna go there. But like, it was great meeting you.
I understand that move because Dave and Buster's is.
I'm gonna go.
So
I'm gonna go
fun.
hang with people who've seen Harry Potter.
Yeah,
that's true. Can't believe she never.
Fucking nerd. Yeah.
doesn't-
that was.
even know.
It is funny. That was like my big hang up. With that they've never seen Harry Potter.
Are you like a fan?
The movies are great, but also like I feel like if you're under 40 and you've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies, it's like
It's pretty. Yeah, it's
what
pretty unusual.
happened?
Yeah.
Because like every kid saw it, and then they're on TV all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know what I
Sometimes
mean?
kids are raised without TV. Like one of my oldest friends, she was raised without TV. She saw the movies though.
Okay.
She saw the movies.
That's what I'm saying. Even if you don't
Yeah.
have a TV in your house, you still probably saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Damn. Where's she now?
Right in.
I want. Yeah.
If you're
I
out
don't
there,
know.
right in.
She's back. Maybe she went back to them.
Yeah,
went back to the Jehovah's
Back to
Witnesses?
the Jehovah's
Huh?
Witnesses.
Oh my
It's
God.
very possible.
That could be.
Did you have you? I don't know what you are like religiously, but have you dated many people that are outside of whatever you might
I'm
assign yourself?
I'm not really religious.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't really care. Like
No, but it's just because like I'm not religious, but even if I was, like, I think that it would be a major shift to date. I would me personally, I would find it a major shift to go out with someone who is a Jehovah's Witness, just because like me being non-religious is quite a big part of my routine of life. and
Yeah.
essence. Yeah.
Could you give up Harry Potter for someone?
I mean, nowadays,
Okay, all right.
like,
Yeah, it's easier now.
All right.
Yeah.
It's easy to give
Could
up
you
there.
give up magic? Is that a guy that really wants to marry a Jehovah's Witness, but he loves card tricks? He's like, there's got to be some sort of compromise.
He's like pulling coins out of his ear in secret.
Yeah.
She can't help but
she's
this.
like,
yeah.
He's at the doctor's office like, there's something behind your ear. I'm sorry, my wife doesn't let me do this.
His old magic friends see him. He's like, I'm married now. I don't do that anymore. I can't pull doves out of a hat.
He dates a younger woman, and the girl's like, and let me guess, she picked the right card.
wait, did you know that Jehovah's Witnesses, they can't celebrate birthdays?
Yeah, they don't celebrate anything.
They don't do anything. They have their own holiday called the Last Supper, and that's it.
That's what do
Oh,
you
that
mean,
rocks. That's pretty sick.
The
Yeah.
Last Supper.
They celebrate the Last Supper in the way that, you know, Jews celebrate Hanukkah.
Oh.
Jehovah's Witnesses celebrate the Last Supper. That's their holiday. And I know because like I had a French teacher in high school who was a Jehovah's Witness. And she talked to us about how depressed her son is because he can't celebrate his birthday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Damn.
I mean, he could still like throw an Instagram story up and be like, I turned 28 today, and then bask in all the birthday wishes.
Yeah.
He just can't have a birthday party.
Yeah, but he was like 8 when we were in high school. So he was like a young child.
I thought he was like our age. I was
No,
like, it's
no,
time to
he
grow
was
up.
no, he was a child. He was a kid. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
probably like
Poor-
18 now.
Poor kid.
He's probably able to make his own choices now. Oh my God, he's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
He's gonna go full Rumspringa.
Yeah. Hell
Well,
yeah.
I'm curious, like, what you guys think about birthdays, because for me, I feel like with birthdays, there's always so much anticipation. It has to be good. You gotta make your birthday amazing.
I've never been a huge birthday guy. You've known me for a few.
Yeah.
I've never been a huge. Are you?
Not really. I think at a certain age too, you kind of have to just like, not grow up, but like, you're not gonna be like a 30-year-old guy and be like, "Are you coming to my birthday party?" Like that has to end. I haven't had like a birthday party since I was like 18, I think.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like when people wish me a happy birthday. I enjoy that.
It's always nice, but it's not something that you crave as much as when you were a kid.
No, yeah, when you're a kid, birthdays are really important,
The best,
I think.
yeah.
But then when you're an adult, you're like, am I growing? Am I becoming a better person? Am I
Yeah,
getting better
yeah.
at the things I want to get better at? Am I
It's
building
also
a
that
life?
you have the ability to get things for yourself, whereas a
Yeah.
child, you have no money.
That is true. Yeah, where you're like, yeah, I could like. That's very true. 'Cause when you're a kid, you're like, someone has to buy me the SmackDown versus Raw game for my
Yeah.
birthday.
You can't do that yourself.
Whereas an adult, you could just go buy the WWE game for
Yeah.
yourself. That's very true.
Functionally, the birthday just doesn't hold that much new power in your life in the way that it does as a kid.
Yeah, I think it's good for like tracking like your progress as a person. I think from year to year, where you're like, did I get better at stuff? Did I grow as a person? Did I make stronger friendships? Did I all that stuff? I think it's good for that.
Yeah.
But I think if you're like,
Do you feel like you chart your progress year to year?
I don't like write it out, but like on my birthday, I'll be like, am I a better person than I was a year ago?
That's really wonderful.
And if the answer is yes, then that's good. If
When
the answer
is
no,
the answer ever no?
no. I think if you're trying to grow, it'll happen.
That's true. Yeah. Have you ever been in therapy?
Nah.
Yeah. Fuck that
Look at this
gay
guy.
shit.
Look
yeah.
at him.
Yeah.
Nah.
That shit's.
Maybe
so-
if I had like a bunch of money, I would do it.
Yeah. That's yeah.
But it's like I don't know if it's. I think if like you're not making a lot of money and then you're like, I'm not gonna spend $50 to like tell someone my problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I probably could get a therapist under my current insurance, but I just haven't made the leap to do it.
Yeah.
And I had an excellent previous therapist, but then she moved practices and got really expensive, and I just wasn't able to do it.
Yeah.
And she was very understanding. She wasn't trying to like finagle anything. She was like, I completely get it. Here are some resources that might be available. Yeah. And I was like,
Right.
thanks. But yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive. I mean, I think it's like if it's cool if you have the money.
Yeah.
You can always talk to your friends too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You
a
could
kid,
also
like-
write stuff down.
You could talk to ChatGPT.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but
You could ask it lots of stuff.
Have you ever used ChatGPT for like therapy purposes? Like, hey, what should I do? How do I?
I actually have typed things into ChatGPT.
I've so much. I've done that. I've done it.
really,
Yeah.
oh, I'll never use it.
Really? Good
Yeah.
for you. I mean, good for you.
I mean, I haven't recently once I found out that it's like really bad environmentally to use
Yeah,
AI.
and it's also just replacing people.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's like a person. It's like we're replacing people with like a machine.
Yeah.
That's like most corporate jobs are just going to be computers in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Definitely.
A lot of jobs are. I honestly think that self-driving cars are going to be a big thing. And
I can
think
see that.
it's going to become so insane, the idea of driving on yourself on the road. I think that's going to be like an insane
Yeah.
thing in a few years.
I think too, though, most like white collar like office jobs, I think most of those people are going to get replaced by computers, and the only jobs are going to be being like the manager or being the guy that fixes the computers. And I think it's going to happen like sooner than you think.
I don't know though, because I think that like if a machine makes a bad decision, there's almost no excuse for that. But if a person makes a bad decision, everyone understands that a person is fallible. So I wonder if
Did
people
you say,
will
sorry, valuable?
fallible, like at fault.
Fallible?
That's what I meant. See, if I were a machine, that wouldn't have happened. Isn't that the word? Fallible?
Fallible.
Infallible?
But the thing is, they don't care about. They just care about making more money and
Yeah.
cutting expenses.
Exactly.
And then if a machine, like a machine versus a guy, the machine doesn't need health insurance. The machine doesn't need time off. The machine doesn't. You don't need to pay it at all.
that's
And the
true.
machine could work 12-hour days every day.
Yeah. Do you wait? When you've used ChatGPT, do you thank it?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently they're spending like millions of dollars because people keep thanking ChatGPT.
That's awesome.
Just a little thank you message that they have to then respond to.
Yeah.
And it consumes so much energy.
People
That's so
are
funny.
spending so. I used to think it because it's like, what if the machine like turns on me?
Yeah.
Like, what if it tries?
No,
to...
it's like, please
That's-
don't do
yeah.
Skynet. Don't do Skynet on me.
Yeah.
I'm a good
Also,
one.
It uses a ton of water, too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so funny when we run out of water, and we like look at the things that we wasted water on,
Yeah.
like AI, ChatGPT, water parks.
Yeah.
We're gonna feel so stupid going to water parks if we run out of water.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll end up at the water park like
Like we used
dechlorinating it.
we used to have so much water, we would get in rafts and go down big slides full of it. And now we're all like killing each other for water.
God, that makes me want to go to Six Flags.
It does make me want to go. I'm like, Dorney Park. That was a
Yeah.
good place.
Those are the only like rides I liked. were
Yeah,
the
water
water
parks?
rides.
Water
Yeah.
rides?
I didn't
Are
like
you a
roller coasters.
Scorpio?
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay. Well, then it doesn't make sense anymore.
How much do you believe in astrology?
Like a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Totally.
If everyone else believes in it, so it's like all yeah, you could. Sure. People say too. People like because Sagittarius, they say they're like laid back and creative, and I'll take those.
You are
Yeah.
very laid back and creative.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm
You
cool.
are.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Some people like get like I heard like Geminis get like really bad
Yeah.
horoscopes. This is like they're all
I'm a
like,
Gemini. I get read to filth.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's why you don't like astrology is because you got the sign that everyone's mad at?
I don't think so. I think I've always been about this life.
Lucas is very anti-astrology. I'm pretty pro.
I'm like neutral.
Yeah.
Like if someone's like wants to like they're like what's your rising sign? I'm not I don't know.
Yeah.
But if someone's like, "Oh, you're a Sagittarius," that means you're gonna have a good day today. I'll take it.
You know who else is gonna have a good day today?
Oh.
Our listeners.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
We are here to help people through crises, people asking for advice. Before we get into it, Mike, do you have any general advice for people?
General advice.
For literally anyone.
Yeah, just do your best.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is
Totally.
very good advice.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, none of it matters.
Such a good. We're all gonna be dust.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All
Okay.
right, you got one, Leo?
I've got this. Okay, so I have been talking with this guy who I thought had a girlfriend. He recently texted me out of the blue and continue the conversation and even sent a recording of himself playing drums.
Ooh. Okay.
The problem is we're a grade apart and I don't like him. I don't know how to break it to him that I'm not interested one bit and I just wanted to be friends with him because I thought he was funny.
Are these people 13 years old?
They are children.
They're
often.
probably. They might. I'm gonna guess this person's like 16.
Yeah, I heard grade and the drums.
Yeah.
This is high school.
Yeah, I would say focus on school. An education is really one of the most important things you could get. Boys will come and go, but knowledge is what will carry you through life.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, that's great advice.
So I would say put the phone down and start studying.
Yeah.
Also, I think that you letting him down easy is going to be a very emotionally nutritional thing for him.
Yeah.
I think he needs a rejection.
And also the music he's going to make after is going to be so good.
Oh my God, the
Yeah.
books he's going to write.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Taylor Swift, Donnie Monaco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Version.
Also, you got to remember at that age too, 10 years from now, you're not even going to recognize yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just
You could
focus
become
on
Mike.
school.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I remember you posted a really funny Instagram story a while back. It was Valentine's Day. You said, "Happy Valentine's Day. Remember, you are running out of time."
Yeah, it was if you're single on Valentine's Day, remember it's all your fault. Also, you're running out of time.
Do you stand by it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have another story that I really love where you were like, hey, really looking forward to the summer. If you're in your mid to late 20s, remember, this is the last summer where you can go out and have fun. It's all downhill from here.
And then I said, so have fun this summer. Lots of beach days. And then I did like the sunglasses guy emoji and like an ice cream cone.
So
I loved it. Being really negative as a bit is like so funny. It's like one of my favorite things to do.
Well, you do a great job of it.
Thank you.
Well, I was going to say, I was talking yesterday with Kevin Mulheron about just how much we admired, like, even though if we don't necessarily know what your new joke is going to be, we know that you have such a talent for doing like really biting material on anything to do with class, money, just like breaking down people at their lowest.
Thank you.
Yeah. That actually leads nicely into our last segment.
It does indeed.
Self-perception corner. Mike, we want you to say how you feel like other people perceive you out in the world.
I'm really bad at this self-perception stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not. I have like I've been told I don't have like a good like I don't like self-concept. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
Like I don't know. I don't know how people perceive me. I would hope it's good. I would hope that it's good.
Good start.
Good would be nice. But if it's bad, that's all right too. I think I don't know. I think people think that like I work hard. I think that's something. Other than that, I don't know. I feel like are you guys good at that stuff? Knowing how people perceive you and stuff?
No, definitely not.
No.
When we both did this as an exercise the first time, we both had self-perceptions that were like the actual opposite of what everyone perceives.
Yeah.
I said I perceived myself as being really like messy, disorganized, and maybe difficult, and everyone was like,
Oh, wait, you were right.
And I was right. Well, now you know me,
Yeah.
but at the time you might not know that.
Yeah, not as well.
Yeah.
Now I know that you were right on the money.
Yeah.
And
then what did you say about yourself?
I don't remember. I was definitely, I know I was expressing.
Muscular,
Yes, indeed.
roided out,
Roided, absolutely.
yeah. Misogynistic.
Yeah, let me tell you, 100 gorillas couldn't take me.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I think I was maybe that I was afraid that I was annoying to people.
rude,
that I would,
you said.
rude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am terrified that I am rude in ways that that I'm not even aware of.
Yeah.
Right. You're very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like you give people like you're very giving with like your time.
Thank you. I try.
Like I feel like you'll talk to anyone and stuff, and like
Yeah.
you give people the time of day, which is very nice.
Yeah, and people that I shouldn't give time to.
That's what I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
a lot of people that
Lot
don't
of-
deserve
lot
it.
of
Yeah, I agree.
losers.
Yeah. No, but so one thing I will say 100% I would perceive you as very hardworking.
Sick.
Definitely hard work. I see you as a very stoic person.
Sick.
I see a lot of stoicism about you. I see someone who's just like very grounded in who he is and where he is and living in the moment and having a really solid routine that healthily produces art and produces creative stuff.
Sick. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same. You once told me that you like work a day job that you get up at like 5 a.m. for, and then you go
Yeah.
do comedy. So you said something to me along the lines of like, if you just get comfortable with the fact that you're not going to sleep very much, like life is fun.
Yeah, it is. It's so true.
Wow. And that to me is really like kind of amazing. I really like to nap and sleep.
I do too, but like I think when I'm 40 or 50, I'm gonna be glad I didn't nap a
Yeah,
lot,
that's true.
and that
Yeah.
I just did stand up every day and worked really hard.
I also will nap 2 or 3 times a year. I
Nice.
don't.
You're not
I
a big- you're not a
hardly.
big nap guy.
I don't like napping. I only like sleeping when it's nighttime.
Yeah.
I don't like sleeping in the day.
Do you guys have like the existential crisis when you wake up from a nap?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, my life like flashes before my eyes when I wake up from a nap. It's like
Exactly. It's horrible. I don't want to do
Harrowing.
that.
Do you guys ever wake up in the middle of the night like thinking about your imminent death?
no.
No.
Okay, great.
That's a you thing.
Cool.
That's a daytime thing.
Oh,
Yeah. I will wake up in the middle of the night from an insane dream and then be so grateful that I'm in bed and that wasn't reality.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back, but I will go back in the dream and I'll be like, wait, no, I shouldn't. I thought this was a stop and reset. I didn't think I
Yeah.
was going to press play.
oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
It sucks.
The bad dream continues.
Yeah.
I've had that happen as well. It's awful.
It's the worst.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Because it's also like, it's a dream, but you also I've never lucid dreamed where I was still able to like control everything like a god within my dream.
Right.
I've never had that. So I had all knowledge, but zero power in the dream.
Oh, that sucks.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had a bad dream stop and start, but I've had bad dreams before. Those not fun.
Yeah.
They're tough.
I would also say for you, Mike, I think, I see stoic as well, although I do wonder about your inner life. Like, I mean, we were talking about bad dates, but on stage, you don't really talk about dating, which I think is significant because a lot of comics do talk about dating and you don't.
But at the same time, I do feel like I get a sense of who you are from your stand-up, from like your point of view and everything.
Absolutely,
Right.
yeah. I just more mean like it's interesting to me like the guy who has the panic attack at Book of Mormon, like what is he reacting to?
Yeah.
So I wonder sometimes if you're in touch with your inner life, but it's not a criticism. I think it's just interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I care about stand up more than anything else.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So everything else is kind of like takes a back seat.
Yeah. You talked about a meltdown that you had on a date. Have you had other meltdowns?
Yeah, usually not around people though. Usually when I'm
okay.
like alone.
Yeah.
And everyone has them. I think it's a normal part of life.
No, it's just you.
You're the only one who
No one
melts
meltdown. No one melts down.
Don't tell anyone about this. They're all gonna know.
People are gonna
Yeah.
think you're crazy.
Oh yeah, the stoic thing's out the window now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
I showed emotion.
Yeah.
Do you remember what song it was that caused the
It was just a sad song, and it like
Oh, it just touched you.
no, it was a sad song, and then I don't know, I was like the life has no meaning, and then it was like
Oh, so it like freaked you out that like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I remember just feeling bad,
Hmm.
and then after the play being like, hey, let's just be friends.
When was the last time you spoke to her?
Never again.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah.
It's probably like this guy really loved Book of Mormon.
No. I think she was like, I hope I never speak to that guy.
Speak to him again. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's like that happens to everyone. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does
That's-
this happen? Does that happen to everyone?
Yeah.
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 That's fine.
Oh no, I've had horrible dates.
Yeah. If I ran
Indeed.
into her, I would be like, hey, that was my bad. Like,
Yeah.
you're probably a cool
Sure,
person.
yeah.
Well, if you look under your seat,
Yeah.
she's here. We're gonna go to Patreon, but
yes.
we're gonna end the regular episode. Mike, where
Sick.
can the people find you if they want to see your
You
stand-up?
can find me on Instagram, Mike McPartland 3, and that's it.
Nice.
That's all I got.
Lucas, you
You
got
can
anything
find
coming
me. I do. I don't know if I can announce it. Just we're like about to confirm it. Like
up? Oh yeah.
but it's
Lucas and I are a part of something that you'll hear
it's
about
gonna
soon.
be. It's pretty cool.
Yep. Exciting stuff.
Pretty cool.
Thank you to Mike McPartland, our guest. Thank you guys
Join
for
us on
listening.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Join us on Patreon. And in the meantime, we've been two Nosy Meerkats. We'll see you next
See you
time.
next time.
All right.